Hey y'all, Jeff here with Jeff's Garage Unfiltered, and welcome back to another video. And as you see, I'm actually in the garage, still working on the 350 SL and the convertible top. Probably today I'll be working on when Yui gets here. His fingers were probably a little stronger to get this rubber seal up in this track and locked in there so that that will seal when it goes down. But that's really not what this video is about. As you can see, I've got some, I got some carpeted matte turtle wax spray stuff out, but my 300 SL, I've had these mats sitting around for quite some time, and really have not had them in the car. Well, as you know, if you follow the videos on the car, it's just not been one to start, drive, and run very much. But now that it starts, it runs, it drives. Even the tires are a little bit better in balance. I thought, well, I'm going to start putting it back together. Now, there's some other things in there that need to be done. First, the driver's seat's got a seat bottom cover that it's horrible. It's not the right one. So I will be looking for seat covers, or at least the seat bottoms, or I don't know what I'm going to do yet. The other thing is the sun visors are not back in, since the hydraulic cylinders were replaced up there in the across the front, and they don't leak anymore. So since they've been replaced, obviously, and so I'm going to put that back together at some point. I'm missing the rubber boot that goes around the shift lever. And then there's some other things. I mean, it still needs the hydraulic cylinders put in on the left and right rear quarter panels, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I may just keep the way it is. The only time it's going to leak is if I, remove the hard top and try and use the hydraulic system to raise the convertible top, which I haven't raised the top, or I haven't taken the hard top off yet. I should, because all the rest of the hard tops are off, but I don't have another stand. I got two stands. I need a third stand, but we'll see how that goes. But that's really not what this video is about. Short of cleaning my floor mats that, like I said, have been sitting around. Mercedes floor mats in the late 80s and pretty much through the first half of the 90s. While they're great carpeted floor mats, they had a backing on them that just disintegrated with heat. And it's just horrible. It leaves a horrible mess on your floors. You got to constantly vacuum it out, and it breaks down. And so what I've done, as you can see, it's there's still a little, and I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there's still a little residual effect of that foam on there. But what I've done is I've scraped it all off, and then I found another use, and a colleague of mine at work and we were discussing this, and we said, we came to the conclusion that, well, Flex Seal would be a good alternative to putting a backing on here that will hold the original, what's left of, the remnants of what was left of it, but also provide a seal. And in addition to that, give it a little bit of a grip, so that they don't slide around very much. So yesterday I taped off around the edge, with some painter's tape, and did this outside so I didn't have to make a mess. And I sprayed both the driver's floor mat. See, and it's in pretty decent shape. It's missing a little bit of a thread right here, but it's a 91 car. And then here's the passenger side, and I put this towel on my mower so I don't scratch. But as you see, it's really sealed it up. So will they float? Well, probably, but the intent was to seal. To seal it, to hopefully help protect it and provide a little bit of a grip. So, the next time I do a complete walk around, if I ever do, on the car, these floor mats will be in. And I actually use some, the Turtle Power Out carpet and mats, heavy duty cleaner to kind of clean them. They were kind of a mess. So, another use for Flex Seal. So, with that said, I have a couple more announcements as of yesterday, and today being June 21st. But as of yesterday, I sold and it's gone, my 300 SD. And while as it was leaving, believe it or not, I actually teared up a little bit because I actually missed that car. It was a good car. I drove it around. I got in it when I didn't want to drive anything else, and drove it uptown. And I could pull up to here in this small town. You can pull up in your diesel and leave it running, and nobody's going to steal it. At least that we believe. But it went to a great family. Actually, it went to a teenager that actually has an engineering mind, and a very, very, very nice young man that really wanted to learn from something and wanted a vintage car to actually work on. And so I'm happy that it's going to go to someone that is, going to take, continue to take some care of it and learn about the car, and learn about how, German engineering is. So I'm very happy that it went to, I believe, to a home that, he's not going to cut a hole in the hood and put a stack out of it like you've seen some of them, on YouTube and whatnot. I believe that they're going to, retain the car in, as its integrity. Did I sell it too cheap? I probably did, but because it needs a paint job, I felt that was a fair price, and I did get exactly what I was asking for it. So I'm happy that it's gone to a great home. And they actually have, when we were talking about, when we were discussing the car back and forth, the father and I, he asked about, because he's got some, apparently some mechanic friends and people that, know about cars, that, he asked, does it have any blow by? So I directed them to the YouTube channel to where they could see the car, and where I did the blow by test, and when they came out and we started it up, and took the cap off the oil, it just sat there. It vibrated when the engine vibrated. It vibrated very, very, very little, and so the car, it didn't leave me. It did not disappoint in whatsoever. So I am again so happy to the family that purchased the car, and I disclosed everything that I knew that it was potentially going to need, and so on and so forth. So again, if you happen to watch the YouTube channel, again, thank you, folks, and for really that it makes me happy that it's going to somebody that's going to, you know, take and respect the car for what it is. And so, you know, it is an old car, and so there's always things that are going to have to be done on an old car, as we all see here in my garage. So. Um, anyway, next on the list, I am going to sell the 300 or the 280 SEL 4.5, and looks like my daughter's pulling up in the turbo diesel VW. So I am going to sell the 280 SEL 4.5 and get that listed on the marketplace at some point in time. So we'll see when that comes. It may be in the next week or 2 or 3, and looks like it's starting to rain. So my camera is partially out in the rain. So I will get that on marketplace. I was going to put do the video of the 300 SD, but I listed the 300 SD on I think it was Thursday, and I sold it on Saturday. So it didn't give me much of an opportunity to do a video on it. So but the 280 SEL 4.5, I'll be doing a walk around video with it as well. So there's the update on Jeff's garage, unfiltered. I don't know. There's going to be some things on the. We're going to maybe make some changes on the channel. Hopefully, I don't know where it's going to go, but more to come on that. I still am going to do a video at some point of taking the power antenna assembly out of the 560 SEL and rebuilding the antenna. So so it goes up and down. So keep watching. Hope this video finds y'all well, and be safe out there. And thanks again for watching. And you see my backdrop? See what I got to deal with?